Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Let's Talk Variety Show. It is Wednesday. It's a really cool show today. First, because 90% of the time, I am in total disagreement with a hugely well-known digital celebrity, but now I'm in 100% agreement with the same guy.
The Joe Rogan Experience.
You will hear more from Joe Rogan very soon. Later, we'll get introduced to a dog breed I never knew existed, and its owner, who has invented an ingenious way to match dogs and owners to assure mutual happiness together forever.
This is my Vanessa.
Elizabeth Menegon is a 58-year-old entrepreneur. We will rejoin her very shortly. But first, let's check into Mimi's kitchen to see what she's working on.
Hello again. So today I'm gonna make I'm gonna use my juicer. I love this machine, especially in summertime. In the morning, if I don't want to have coffee, I will have this kind of juice.
Thank you, Mimi. We will be back shortly. In our newsstand segment today, I like themes like this one. Lately, Mimi has been about smoothies. She's been in the kitchen developing delicious smoothies. There are some very new recipes here that I've never seen. It's called Smoothies and Snacks. It's a special issue. If you have a Whole Foods nearby, you can find it there.
The Joe Rogan Experience.
Now back to Joe. Joe Rogan is part of a cultural niche, known by millions, and at the same time, a total unknown by millions of others. I know of Joe Rogan because I have been podcasting for a long time now, where he is famous in that space for his contrarian views that get him attention and in trouble. Trouble hasn't hurt his fame and his reputation. His roots are from the brutal fighting displays where he is a commentator that attract millions of fans.
Both coming out in orthodox. Magomedov grew up in Dagestan.
There it is.
Moved to Germany, and he gets to work early.
That's it, he's out.
Lovely.
Rogan's name has been linked to the Ultimate Fighting Championships for years now. So here is what caught my attention that I did not expect. Joe Rogan has become a leader in addressing what's been called the loneliness crisis.
There's psychological needs that are just as valuable and important as physical needs. Like we know we have needs for nutrients, we know have needs for water. We have needs psychological for all sorts of different things. Our communities are incredibly important. Love is incredibly important. Family is incredibly important. You know, I know some people that are older men that have been bachelors their whole lives and they're childless, and now they're, you know, they don't have a deep connection with anybody, and they get to this very weird, strange place where they're like, is this it?
Rogan is far from alone on this topic. He just seems most unlikely to join the U.S. Surgeon General Vice Admiral Vivek Murthy.
And I was really stunned when I learned of the data that showed us that the mortality impact of social disconnection is on par with smoking daily. It's even greater than the mortality impact that we see associated with obesity. And smoking, obesity, we think of these as classic public health challenges, as vital to invest in. It turns out loneliness is just as important.
On Thursday, I am joining CEO David Siegel at meetup.com for a mid-year update on the loneliness crisis and what everyone can do to help. I hope that meeting brings some really good ideas. On Thursday, I am joining CEO David Siegel at meetup.com for a mid-year update on the loneliness crisis and what everyone can do to help. I hope that meeting brings some good ideas. Now I introduce you to an entrepreneur, Elizabeth Menegon, and her diverse career path, from a state manager to a hotelier, living in exotic locations such as the Cayman Islands and Nantucket. She explains how she witnessed the worldwide demand for designer dogs, except often the dog and its new owner are a wrong match for each other, oftentimes ending as a disaster for the dog.
With the dawn of the internet, there is now a way of selling animals to everyone. So if you go to a pet store or you purchase online, you're pretty much getting a dog that comes from a backyard breeder or a puppy mill. And I started to see this alarming trend of dogs that were not in the right environments. And I think the app came about because I felt sorry for the dogs more than the people. You know, I was seeing animals that are not probably the right fit. Then you move ahead a few years, then you've got COVID. Went through COVID in New York City. People were adopting dogs. People were buying dogs, having dogs shipped, and they were buying the wrong types of dogs. So I was so aggravated one day. I saw 3 Australian Shepherds in one day in my apartment building, and I kept saying, what is wrong with people? Why are people getting these dogs? These are not apartment dogs. So, and people don't think the right dog in your lifestyle is a perfect fit. When I hear people talk about separation anxiety and all these issues with a dog, many times it's just the wrong dog. So I went online, and I'll never forget it. It was a Wednesday. It was in August. It'll be 2 years. And I think I was opening my apartment door and talking to myself at the same time, saying, what is wrong with people? And I started to do research, and there was no app or anything to guide people to get the right breed. And I knew exactly how it should function. I knew what I wanted it to do, and it was finding an app developer.
So let me understand the app a little bit. It sounds to me like it helps people target the type of pet, a dog that really fits them in their living situation. And then what the next step is to find dogs that match that person.
Well, so what the app does is it's very rudimentary. There's 12 questions. And the questions that we ask you are questions that people don't think about when they want to get a dog. We're driven by how something looks visually. So you visually see a pet, but it's not going to work for you. So for instance, these questions are size of a dog, grooming, drooling, barking, shedding. You know, I've seen dogs that you look like you rolled around, on a shag carpet. I couldn't handle that. Energy level, right? Do you want a dog that's running around in your apartment that, you've got to take out all day long? So it's questions people really don't think about. So once you answer the questions, the algorithm will then match you. It'll go through all the breeds that are recognized by the American Kennel Club. And I have to say, it has nothing to do with the American Kennel Club. It's done that way for a reason. So once you're matched, it'll show your matches. You may have 2 matches, you may have 10 matches. You look through the different images of the pet, you click on the image, and it tells you about the animal. From there, you click on the image again, and it brings you to the breed-specific association. So if you're matched with an Italian Greyhound, you're brought to the Italian Greyhound Club of America, the Standard Poodle Club of America. It has nothing to do with backyard breeding, online sales. All of these they're called a parent company. All of them breed, handle, and show dogs. So your chances of getting a healthy dog that isn't coming from a puppy mill in Kansas is the greatest, it's the less risk, because most of these associations have their own bylaws. They're not allowed to sell online. They're not allowed to put puppies in pet stores. So it's the easiest way to get a healthy pet than what the alternative is.
Since we're talking about hands to paws, is there a fee associated with it?
No, Hands to Paws is free. It's a free download. We also offer, if you're looking to rescue a dog, when you download the app, you have a choice if you're looking for a rescue or a pure breed. So it's on Android, it's on Google Play and the Apple Store. and it's completely free, and it's a wonderful tool to get you in the right direction for a dog that fits your lifestyle.
I know you're an entrepreneur, so does that tie into some other work that you're doing?
No, believe it or not, I have a business, and this was just somebody, I guess they would call it a side hustle,
Okay.
but it really isn't a side hustle
Yeah.
because I wanted it to be free. I wanted it to educate people.
Okay, so I downloaded the app the other day and I went through it, and it's really good. It's free, by the way. And it takes you through a series of questions about what you prefer in a dog, whether you want a large or small dog, whether it matters if it sheds or not, if it drools or not, all these questions. And then after you're finished filling out the questionnaire, it takes you to the dogs that fit your needs and what you prefer. And then all you have to do is leaf through them, and it gives you a good idea what might fit you the best. It's a good, simple app that sure can eliminate a lot of agony down the road. Now, we don't normally go this long without hearing from Mimi in the kitchen, and I know she has been creating some amazing flavors. Let's just check in.
Hello again. So today I'm gonna make, I'm gonna use my juicer. I love this machine, especially in summertime. In the morning, if I don't wanna have coffee, I will have this kind of juice. Perfect. So, green apple, and you don't have to peel it, okay? Let's just try with one and see how it goes, and then continue. So, one green apple. There you go. 3 stalks of celery. See how easy? And it's delicious. And 2 carrots. Voila! Let it all come out because it's like liquid gold. I love it. I would not miss any drop. So I like to just stir it. Let's turn this machine up. Look how pretty it is. Well, you can put it in a fancy glass. And voila, enjoy. This is delicious. Vitamin C, vitamin B. Celery is very good for you, especially if you have high blood pressure. They said it gets it a little bit down. So cheers, until next time. Peace.
Thank you so much, Mimi. It looks great as always. And I want to thank you for supporting the show. If you liked it or you learned something new, I want to tell you 3 ways you can support the show and keep Let's Talk, the Let's Talk Variety Show going. And number 1, get yourself subscribed. Every show I am bringing inspirational guests who can teach or have something interesting to share. So take a moment to share that subscribe button with them. And number 2, this is the ultimate way to support the Let's Talk Variety Show, and it takes less than a minute to do so. You can write something short and sweet like, I love the show. It's changed your life, or something you learned from it. And I am not exaggerating that I read reviews every single day, every single one, whether short or long. It means everything to me. And the more reviews means the higher we rank in all those algorithms, which means bigger guests. So take a minute to leave a review. And then 3, share the show with your friends. Just hit that share button. We live stream Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I am eternally grateful, and thank you so much for supporting the Let's Talk Variety Show. It's about productivity. It's about positivity, happiness, and inspiration.